even talk about dark skin. You even talk about dark skin. You even talk about dark skin until you heard Rashida Strober. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. What up, y'all? It's your favorite dark skin chick, Rashida Strober, the queen of dark skin. And back in 1998, I made history, putting dark skin on the map by creating the first platform, the first movement for dark skin. And anybody talking about dark skin is doing it because of me, Rashida Strober. That's right, it's your favorite dark skin chick, the CEO of dark skin activism, the undisputed queen of dark skin, presents Now That's Darkism. Let's get into it. All right, what's up, y'all? What up, what up, what up, everybody? Thank y'all for tuning in tonight. I appreciate that. Y'all know who it is. It is the world's first and only dark skin activist, Rashida Strober, the undisputed queen of dark skin. And as my mama would always say, the devil is a lie and the truth ain't in him. Because I had a couple of technical difficulties with getting my new show off the ground. Now That's Darkism. That's what this is, okay? But I worked through it and I'm here. I'm here to talk to y'all about it. So I want to let everybody know that I got this new show. I created this new show based on my book, Darkism, 25 Ways Dark-Skinned People Are Discriminated Against. And this book details the darkism that dark-skinned people face on a day-to-day basis. All right. So I want you guys to get prepared because I'm going to be doing episodes of my new show that you are right now tuned into. Now That's Darkism, speaking on different instances of darkism. And y'all know what it is. For those of y'all that don't know what it is, let me run it down to you. I am the world's first and only dark skin activist, the queen of dark skin, Rashida Strober. I coined and created the phrases dark skin activist. I coined and created the phrase dark skin activism. I created the first platform for dark skin way back in 1998, well before social media. All right, let's get that clear. All right, I am the first person in the world to create a movement only for dark skin. And everything you see, the dark skin books that I've written, and by the way, I've written more books on dark skin than anyone worldwide. Okay, everything that you see, all of my creations come out of the science of dark skin activism. And so tonight I'm presenting to y'all, Now That's Darkism. Like I said, I'm going to be discussing instances of darkism that I see. And I've been doing this for a long time. But because there's people out there who are plagiarizing my work, they are. I am branding. I'm working on branding more the dark skin activist brand because the dark skin activist is a brand. I am a brand. That's the name that I go by, the dark skin activist. And I've been going by it for years. Like I said, since 1998. And what I want you guys to do is to make sure that you are subscribed to my channel because you need to be getting these notifications when I'm going to be coming out with more episodes of Now That's Darkism. All right, because that's darkism. I got a lot of stuff to talk about. Just ask the people that done read Darkism, 25 Ways Dark-Skinned People Are Discriminated Against. They already know. All right, so without further ado, I want to get into it tonight. I want to talk to y'all about the darkism that took place at Starbucks. And let me say this. I like Starbucks, and I'm very disappointed in Starbucks. I'm very disappointed in Starbucks because Starbucks, I feel to keep it, y'all know I keep it 100 with y'all. Starbucks is my favorite coffee. Yes. And it took me a long time to like coffee. Okay. But Starbucks is the reason why, to be honest with y'all, is why I actually like coffee. Okay. So I was very pissed off and disappointed to hear about these two brothers in Philadelphia, dark skin. One of them was like brown skin. The other one was dark skin. I saw them. I watched the footage just like a lot of other people did. And I'm giving y'all the dark skin activist take because this is Now That's Darkism that you are tuned into. And for the people that have been following my work for years, you know that I did two videos already. One was entitled Darkism at a Jamaican Restaurant. This was about maybe close to a year ago now. I did another one about darkism, the darkism that I experienced when I was going to a UPS, not a UPS store, I take that back. It was a store owned by some Indians. Now y'all gotta go look through my video archives and y'all will see that. I believe that video was dropped probably about maybe a year and a half ago, something like that, but it's on my YouTube channel. Okay, so the darkism at Starbucks is nothing new to me. It is what I have been telling people about, hence the book Darkism, 25 Ways Dark-Skinned People Are Discriminated Against. I've been telling people about this for years in my community. I've experienced it myself for years, darkism. And those videos that I spoke on detailed my personal experiences with darkism at the Jamaican restaurant and at the postal store that these Indians own. This is nothing new, okay? This goes on all across America. I am a victim of darkism, and these men are a victim of darkism. And y'all, I'm telling you, some of the stuff I looked into after I watched the video footage of white police officers arresting these men because apparently these men were sitting in Starbucks waiting on someone to come that they had a meeting with, and it happened to be a white guy that was some sort of real estate investor that they were supposed to have a meeting with this guy. And the white guy was actually protesting on camera when he saw the guys being arrested, letting the police officers know, hey, they was waiting on me. They didn't care. They still arrested these dudes. I saw it with my own eyes. Anyway, these guys were sitting in Starbucks waiting on this real estate investor to have a meeting with and whatnot. One of them wanted to use the bathroom. And apparently one of the employees told them, hey, look, you can't use the bathroom if you're not buying anything. Here's the thing, Starbucks. Here's the thing. I have seen people go into Starbucks countless times and not buy anything and not be harassed and told you got to buy something or you got to leave. So apparently when these guys decided that they were not going to buy anything, and this employee had a problem with that, and the problem is darkism, hence the title Darkism, 25 Ways Dark-Skinned People Are Discriminated Against. And here's just another way. There's a multiplicity of ways, people. We all know this. Anyway, the employee had a problem with this because I could guarantee you, and the white people there who was protesting, they already know. They know what it is. I keep telling y'all, these people know what it is. They know what it is. If those would have been two white men, and I would even argue two very light-skinned men, I could guarantee you almost all the money I got in the bank, they would not have been had the police called up on them and had the police come up in there and arrest them. That's darkism. This is what I'm talking about. That's darkism, people. This is what I've been telling y'all about for years. Darkism that takes place all across America. This happened to be in Philadelphia. Okay. And the thing about it that really struck me, the two men were peaceful. They weren't loud and belligerent. They didn't do none of that. That's why I can't tell y'all. It doesn't matter. Y'all, a lot of y'all want to come for me because y'all be like, oh, Rashida, you too loud and you too boisterous. But the same thing y'all want to criticize me for is the same thing people stealing. Remember, they mocked me when I called myself the dark-skinned activist when they first heard it. But now we see all these people out here plagiarizing my work. Okay, so the point being is, it don't matter if you like this and you're peaceful. Look at Martin Luther King. May he rest in peace. It doesn't matter. This is a clear example because these two men were peaceful. They weren't even saying nothing. Watch the video. Watch the video. Watch the footage. When they were getting arrested, they weren't saying anything. They had the white people around them that was saying something, that was protesting. It wasn't them. Let's get that clear. And the police still arrested them. Now that's darkism. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about when I talk about the discrimination of dark-skinned people. And let's be clear, darkism is the discrimination of dark-skinned people, and it could take place by a white person discriminating against a dark-skinned person, a light-skinned person discriminating against the dark-skinned person, a dark-skinned person discriminating against a dark-skinned person. It works all kinds of ways, people. And I'm going to get into that because I want to talk about Richard Ross, the light-skinned police commissioner. I watched your video and you got it wrong. You got it wrong, Mr. Richard Ross. You sat there and said that the police did the right thing. They were in their duties, that they basically did. You sided with the police. And here's an opportunity, light-skinned Richard Ross. Here was a perfect opportunity to step up to the plate as a high-ranking African-American man and say, you know what? We're not gonna have this. We're gonna stop, darkism that takes place against innocent Black people that's minding their business, not committing the crime. But you sat your ass up there in that video and you said that the police did nothing wrong. Light-skinned Commissioner Mr. Richard Ross. I would consider you at this point in this circumstance a darkist, because what you're doing is co-signing darkism by saying that these police officers did nothing wrong. Y'all, it's so many ironies in this till it's not even funny. And that's the thing. That's the problem that I have. People in high positions that know that instances of darkism and racism occurs, they sit there and they don't do nothing. They sit there and they co-sign by not saying anything. By agreeing with certain actions, you are co-signing this type of behavior. And that is the reason why it continues to happen. That's why. When you got a situation where white people all up in Starbucks saying, look, these guys ain't did nothing wrong. I even heard a couple of white women talk about how they go and sit in Starbucks all the time and they don't order nothing. They go up in the bathroom and nobody tells them that they got to go because they don't want to buy nothing and they can't use the bathroom. You got white people up in here saying that. And here we have this light-skinned Black man. I wonder if you're all the way Black. I wonder if you mix with something. Anyway, Mr. Richard Ross, the police commissioner up in Philadelphia, you got it wrong. You got it wrong. And what you should do is go correct it. What you should do, those officers, because here's the thing, those young men and the names have not been released. And if y'all got information on who the young men are, hold on real quick. I want to quickly, let me see. I wanted to screen share with y'all, but honestly, I really don't need to screen share. I really don't need to screen share with y'all because of the simple fact. Hold on one second. I don't know what's going on with my chat box, y'all. The chat box for this live stream should not be disabled. And I want to apologize to anybody that's trying to chat. Let me see. Hold on one second. Because it's saying, okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. What's up, Green Light? What's up, Princess Dominique? And I want to apologize because I know that, like I said, I had some technical difficulties. I was supposed to do this live yesterday, but I had technical difficulties, but it was my duty and responsibility to come up on here and do this. So now, let me also talk about the fact that these young men who are victims of darkism, they hired a lawyer. And there's so many ironies in this, people. There's so many ironies because, some people, white people, Black people, Asian people, it doesn't matter the race of people. Some people are going to see darkism and racism for what it is, y'all. And they are going to be honest about it. And they're going to stand up for truth and justice. And that is what is going on with these young men. They did get a lawyer. She is a white woman. And apparently they filed a lawsuit. Or maybe they get in the stages of getting ready to file a lawsuit. And I listened to this young woman speak, this attorney, and clearly, obviously, she wouldn't have took the case if she did not believe that these men are victims of racism, aka darkism. I call it darkism. So there are some people out here, Mr. Richard Ross, that are not even your color, that are not afraid to stand up for justice when they know a clear-cut wrong has been done. We cannot make the argument. I'm going to be paying attention to how this plays out when they actually get to court, because I want to see what argument can you use to disprove that this was not a case of darkism, aka racism. I want to know the argument. How can you disprove this? When you have men that have committed no crime, when you have men that were peaceful, they weren't even saying anything from the video footage when they were being arrested. When you have white people up in the establishment saying that, this is wrong, protesting. When you have the guy that came, that they were waiting on to have the meeting with, came in there letting them know, hey, I'm the person that they was waiting on. Well, you have all these people coming out saying this is wrong. I wonder what is going to be your legal argument. I would like to also say, I did watch the interview on Good Morning America with the CEO of Starbucks. One thing about Kevin Johnson, I want to say, unlike the police commissioner, who also had an opportunity to deal with the issues of darkism and racism head on and rectify it, Kevin Johnson did just that. He apologized. He talked about wanting to have a face-to-face meeting with the two victims of darkism. He talked about that. He talked about a possible investigation, and he called it out and said, basically, hey, this is wrong. You know what I'm saying? He ain't pulling no punches. He ain't come up on there trying to make no excuses. He simply came up onto Good Morning America and said that this was wrong and apologized to these black men who are clearly victims of darkism, aka racism. Now, if the CEO, a white man, Kevin Johnson of Starbucks, could come out and do that, and I want to say that I was happy to see him come out and say that, because I like Starbucks. I remember when I was living off in Los Angeles, I would go to Starbucks, and when I was in there, this was the one that Magic Johnson owned. I think it was off of Crenshaw. I would go in there because I found it to be a nice environment. I liked the coffee. I took my laptop with me. I did some writing. I met up with people. But I will say this to you. I always bought something, because I always feel some type of way. And I guess it could be because I'm coming from the South as a dark-skinned black woman. I've experienced darkism so many times in public places that I could count, y'all. So many times that I could count. You understand what I'm saying? So I always take certain precautions. You know what I'm saying? Being that I'm a dark-skinned black woman. You understand what I'm saying? So I would always buy something, buy some coffee, buy whatever, But I always enjoyed Starbucks. I always enjoyed just the atmosphere and the experience. And that's why it was very disappointing when I saw this story about the darkism at Starbucks. It was disappointing, but it was not surprising. You never know, as a dark-skinned black person, you never know when you're going to be the victim of darkism. And I've talked about this more times than I can count. Y'all already know. For those of you just tuning in, I'm the undisputed queen of dark skin. I created the first platform for dark skin in 1998. Anybody you hear talking about dark skin, whether they be on TV or social media, make no mistake about it, they talking about it because of Rashida Strober, the world's first and only dark skin activist. Since 2015, I've been often imitated, but you can't duplicate the original. And if you see this content anywhere else, you know what it is. You know what it is. I have been the victim of darkism in public places more times than I could count. And I believe in the lives that I talked about, or the videos that I talked about, darkism at the Jamaican restaurant, and the darkism that I experienced at the postal place where I went to go do my business. It gets to the point where it becomes so taxing, y'all. It's so taxing that you cannot even go out and go to a public place and do regular business, do regular things like regular people, without somebody looking at you because of your phenotype, your dark skin, your hair. And people done came for me, like this hairstyle right here, me being dark skinned and tall with this, people done came for me for that. And I'm doing nothing more than minding my business in my everyday life. And people done came for me for that. Now that's darkism. That's what I'm talking about. That's darkism. And I hope, it is my hope, and I already know what's going to happen. I feel it's going to happen because these young men got too many people. Now that we got social media, hold on one second, y'all. We got social media. These people got way too many people in their corner. I know they had protests going on and all those things going on out there, as rightfully they should. And if I was in Philadelphia, I'd be right out there joining them. I sure would. I'd be right out there joining them in the protest because what they did was just wrong. I'm looking at the picture right now of the police officer arresting one of the young black men. And I'm looking at his face, and his face, the young black man, his face is just like, he's just like, he got this look on his face like, okay, it's wrong. Sort of like Dr. Martin Luther King, when he had all the peaceful protests going on. He did it peacefully. He did it peacefully. So that's why I'm saying when this gets to court or when the litigation starts, I'm saying to you right now, y'all gonna have a very difficult time disproving the argument that these two brothers were arrested for nothing more than the color of their skin. Now that's darkism. Plain and simple. Y'all gonna have a very difficult time because it's just, Lord have mercy, Jesus. And my question is, what I was also thinking, just looking at some of my notes here. One of my questions is, what was going on in the mind of the person who decided to call the police on these two men? What was she? I mean, I know it was fueled by darkism, aka racism. I get that. But sometimes you got to sit down and really think when these things happen. You think about the person, the individual. And when you start to dig deep, you say, what are these people thinking? Are you really serious? And that's the look that the one of the young men who got arrested, that's the look he had on his face. But he wasn't saying nothing. This is the look. You could just see like, this is wrong. What were you thinking about? Calling the police up on me. And I'm pretty sure y'all, I'd be willing to bet that there were other people in that in Starbucks on that particular day that were waiting on somebody or doing something that had not ordered anything, that maybe went to the bathroom. So did this person call the police on that person too? You got to ask. I just want to get into the mind of these darkists so I could really understand on a deeper level, on an individual level, because, you know, everybody's different. No one darkist is the same. But I want to just understand on an individual level, y'all, what were you thinking? I would love to ask this person that. I would love to know, what were you thinking calling the police on these non-violent black men sitting up in here waiting on somebody like people do when they come to Starbucks? What was it that tipped the scale for you to call the police on them? What was it? And if y'all got any comments about that, I would really like for y'all to drop that information in the comment section, because I want to know. I'm trying to get an understanding of other people's perspectives on this, because it's just mind-boggling. Like I said, even if it's darkism in public establishments have happened to me more times than I can count, y'all. But every time it happens, it's like it's brand new, because it be so unexpected. You don't see it coming. You're just going about your day, going about your business, and someone comes at you with some type of darkist or aka racist type of move, and it's like it takes you up out of your comfort zone. It takes you out of your focus. It totally knocks you off of your feet because you didn't see it coming. So that's why I'm saying, like, I really would like to understand what was in the mind of the person that decided to call the police, because what you've done, you have just really just You let the cat out of the bag with this. You let the cat out of the bag. And some people are saying, should we boycott Starbucks? And I remember that Kevin Johnson, the CEO, talked about on Good Morning America the possibility of training. But will training work? We always talk about this idea of racial sensitivity training. Will that actually work? Does that really work in the real world? Because it seems to me that with all this diversity and sensitivity training people, it seems to me darkism, racism still continues. So the question becomes, when is this going to end? When is this going to end? When is it going to be a normal situation for a black person, a dark-skinned black person, to just walk into an establishment and be themselves? When, y'all? Drop your comments below. So I'm going to get out of here tonight, but I definitely want to come on here and talk about this because it just enraged me and pissed me off when I saw this, because I can relate. Being, like I said, being from Florida, living in Florida, and getting dark as I don't know what in the summertime, going up into these establishments, being dark-skinned with natural hair, people just automatically discriminate against me, commit acts of darkism against me, treat me like a second-class citizen. So I understand, and I'm praying to God that these young men sue the hell out of them and get whatever they got to get out of them legally, because it's just wrong. It's just wrong. I mean, it's just wrong. It's sickening. I'm tired of it on all levels. And I'm going to be following this story, and who knows, I might come back up on here again and do another live on this. But I just had to come up on it because I wanted so bad to do this on yesterday, but I had the technical difficulties going on. But I said I'm gonna make it my business to come up on here and speak on the darkism at Starbucks, because it's wrong, and I'm speaking out against it as the world's first dark-skinned activist. And I want to thank everybody for watching. I want to make sure to ask y'all to make sure you subscribe. Hit the subscribe button and the notification button so you guys could be listening to more episodes of Now That's Darkism, where this is the first and only show in the world to deal exclusively with the issues of how dark-skinned people are treated. I'm calling it out as the world's first and only dark-skinned activist. And I want to thank y'all for watching. Also, I want y'all to donate, because right now I'm planning the Dark-Skinned Activist Tour. All right, featuring the Dark Skin Activist Show. And I'm also in the midst of dealing with legal issues. So support the work. Make sure you go and make a donation if you haven't already. I put the it is crazy green light. I put the information right there in the description box. It's I'm sorry, in the chat box. It's also in the description box in regards to how you can make donations on my YouTube. I'm sorry, on my PayPal and my GoFundMe. Now, anybody that makes a $25 donation or more gets a copy of my book, Darkism, 25 Ways Dark-Skinned People Are Discriminated Against. Very important read, epic read, very important in our understanding of how darkism operates in our society, y'all. And I'm about to get ready to sign out here, but of course, hold on one second. Y'all know how I go out. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know how the queen of dark skin do it. The undisputed queen of dark skin. Give me 1 second. I love to go out like this. I love to go out like this, because this is what I do. This is what I do. The world's first dark skin activist, the CEO of dark skin activism. And this is how I'm about to go out. Bear with me 1 second, people. I love y'all. The queen of dark skin loves y'all. You been talking about dark skin. You been talking about dark skin. You been talking about dark skin. You been talking about dark skin till you heard Rashida Strober do it. Copying me, dang, man. Copying me. Who copying you, Rashida? You better tell me who that is, because we not finna have this right here. We not finna have this right here. Hold up. Don't act like y'all don't know. I've been the dark skin activist. And anybody talking about dark skin is doing it because of me, Rashida Strober, the world's first and only dark skin activist. You know, the real one who been doing it before social media, Rashida Strober, the woman who coined and created the phrase dark skin activist. Rashida Strober, the woman who coined and created the phrase dark skin activism. Rashida Strober, the queen of dark skin, here to sit on my throne. Yo, favorite dark skin chick, created the lane way back in 1998, but now they hate. Rashida Strober, the first to bring dark skin to social media in 2009, and in 2015 got death threats for calling out Kendrick Lamar. Darkism. Nobody supported me when the shit went down. Now, out the gate, all they did was hate. They said, what the hell is a dark skin activist? What the hell is a dark skin activist? But now the fakes try to take the dark skin lane that I created. But I will never let you fakes take the dark skin lane that I created way back in 1998, straight from the original, only, real, raw, world's first dark skin activist. Rashida Strober, the first artist. Rashida Strober, the first actress. Rashida Strober, the first author. Rashida Strober, the first activist. Rashida Strober, the first woman in history to focus my work only on dark skin. Rashida Strober, the first woman to create a movement only for dark skin. Dark skin activist tour updates. I want y'all to look out for the dark skin activist tour coming to Atlanta, Georgia in 2018. This is going to be a live stream pay-per-view event where all my fans all around the world can watch the Dark Skin Activist Show live. Now, for updates on place, time, and where to get your tickets, go to my website and get on that mailing list, queenofdarkskin.com, aka darkskinactivist.com, aka beingdarkskin.com. You ain't been talking about dark skin, you ain't been talking about dark skin, you ain't been talking about dark skin until you heard Rashida Strober do it.